Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sanelise, and for this week's video I'm going to be picking prompts from my TBR jar to determine what books I'm going to be reading for the month of November. I love watching these kind of videos and making these kind of videos, so I really wanted to put like really fun different prompts in here to see what I will be reading. I have a couple books that I want to read before the year ends, but there's also a lot of books that I have in my physical TBR and then just on my regular TBR that I haven't had the chance to get books of. These are definitely just a mix, so based off the prompt that we pick, honestly it would just be fun to decide. Okay, so we are going to be picking the first prompt. I'm super excited. I feel like this is such a fun way to pick books. Yellow sticky note. Okay, for the first prompt we got published this year. So out of all of my physical books, the only one that was published this year was Rewinded Back by Liz Tomford. I'm not going to read this book until December because I want to end the year off with my favorite series, and this is the last book. So I'm not going to be reading this one. I'm going to be checking from my overall TBR and see if there's another one that was also released this year. So I think I'm gonna go with Out of the Woods, that I'm pretty sure was released in January. I'm gonna go with that one. Now we're gonna be picking for the second one. Okay, we got orange one. New author. Okay, this one's fun because I have a couple of books on my physical TBR that are new authors for me. So I'm gonna pick two books from my physical TBR that are by new authors I haven't read before, and that is Face Off by Chelsea Crudo, which is a hockey romance, and The X-Files by Jessica Joyce, which is a second chance romance. I actually already started Face Off by Chelsea Crudo. I'm debating on just picking The X-Files and maybe picking this one for another prompt, but I'm actually really enjoying this book, so I'm gonna go with this one for the prompt. We are going to be picking for our third prompt. So I didn't mention, but I'm going to be picking 7 prompts, so 7 different books. I haven't been reading as much since like September. I really want to like challenge myself to read at least 7 books this month. Hopefully I can meet my goal. I'm just trying to reach my end of year goal, which is 45, and I'm currently at 31. Completely fine if I don't reach that goal. Honestly, I'm happy if I just get 1 or 2 books in for the month. Thought I should mention that. But we're picking for our third prompt now. No, some are getting stuck to something. Ooh, let's go with the green one. Bestie picks. Okay. Ooh. And I'm going to be texting my bestie Alex, who I've been best friends with her since high school, freshman year. She also has a YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. I wouldn't say we have completely different reading styles. She is also a little bit of a reader. I would say all of the books I've read, she definitely has not read. So we have kind of different tastes. Let's see what she says. I'm going to text her right now. Okay, so while she is thinking about which book she's going to pick, I'm going to pick our fourth prompt. One just flew out. Should I just pick that one? Okay, we're just going to pick this one. Bookmark picks. Okay, I got really excited. I am a bookmark girly. Okay, I love bookmarks. I love matching my bookmarks to the book I'm currently reading, so this is gonna be a fun one. I have all of my bookmarks in this Once Upon a Time glass book decoration, I guess you could say. So I'm kind of just gonna pick from here, and then whatever book matches with the bookmark I pick is the book we're gonna go with. I'm gonna take it out and probably do it like this. Okay, so we got a raspberry one. Okay, let's see if I have any that would match. Wait, are those grape? Oh, I think these are grapes. Okay, they're in Napa Valley. Okay, now these are not grapes, but I think they match really well with this book, so we're gonna go with The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. We're gonna be picking for our 5th prompt. Second book of a series. Okay, actually this is perfect. I already know which one I want to pick. With Daisy Hates by Jesse Hastings. I read Magnolia Parks a year ago, almost a year ago, and I just been super nervous to read this one, even though it's not the second book that follows Magnolia and BJ. I don't really know what this is about. I don't really want to spoil it for myself, but I think it takes place, based off what I'm seeing, Daisy and Julian. Oh, and Christian. Oh, okay. 3 different point of views. I did not know that. Okay, I'm excited for this one. So Bessie Alex responded back to me and she picked The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, which I'm super excited to read. This book is actually turning into a movie next year, and I love who they picked for Olive, Lily Reinhardt. So I'm super excited to read this. Now we're going to be picking for our 6th prompt. Cowboy romance. Okay. I wasn't really planning on reading any more cowboy romances for the rest of the year, but there is one that I've been super excited for, and that is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. And it's a part of the Rose Hill series, and I recently read Wild Eyes. It wasn't my favorite. I gave it a 3.5. It wasn't, I still really enjoyed it. I'm excited for Wild Side, so I think we're gonna go with that one for this prompt. Okay, now for our 7th and final prompt. I hope I get something different because I've only been picking romance books. So possible 5 stars. Okay, that's so funny that I just said that, because I think a book that I'm gonna possibly give 5 stars is Reckless by Lauren Roberts, because I recently read Powerless by her and I've been wanting to read the second book. I've just been avoiding it because the ending, and I read the first chapter of the second book and I was like, I need to read this. So we're gonna pick that for this prompt. Okay, so we picked all of the books. I don't really remember the order I picked the different prompts, but so we're just gonna go in random order. But for the first one, it was published this year, and I ended up picking Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I read the first one. I think it's a series, but you could read it individually. I'm pretty sure it's a standalone. This book is about Sarah and Caleb, and they are married and they decide to take a trip, like a camping trip, I think, in the woods, and kind of just see how they are individually and really work through their marriage. They are kind of having resurfacing feelings and really going through a lot as individually as people and together as a relationship. So they really want to work out their marriage and kind of rediscover themselves because they've been together for so long, I think since high school. So it's definitely a second chance romance in a way, and I'm really excited to read that one. For the next one, I picked New Author, and for that one I picked Face Off by Chelsea Crudo, which is a hockey romance. It's about Emerson and Maverick, and they are on the same NHL hockey team. She's the first woman to go in the NHL and a hockey team. They basically have like a rough first meet. They don't really like each other to begin with, but then as the season goes on, they're like, we really need to help each other because the team hasn't won in like a decade, I believe. I don't really know how long it has been since the team won, but they're like, let's be friends, like let's connect in different ways and really better ourselves to better the team together. I'm really liking the banter in this so far. I feel like it does kind of remind me of the Windy City series, so I'm excited to continue and finish this book. I'm really enjoying it so far. Third prompt, I had my bestie Alex picked, and she went with The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is also another new author that I haven't read before, Ali Hazelwood, and I'm super excited to read this one. This is about Olive and Adam. Olive's friend is telling her, you need to date, you need to like put yourself out there, and then she's like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go to the first guy I see, and it happens to be her professor. And then he ends up being like super supportive, it says. So I've never read that trope, but I'm intrigued, so I'm excited to read this one. For the 4th prompt, we picked Cowboy Romance, which again, I wasn't really planning on reading one before the year ends, but I'm still gonna try to. And I went with Wild Side by Elsie Silver, and that one is about Tabitha and Reese, and they really don't mesh, okay? Like from what I read in Wild Eyes, she does not like that man. okay? Or she doesn't like that man. But they end up having to get married, and she has to take care of her sister's son because her sister passed away. So now she's being a new mom all of a sudden, and now she has to live and marry this man that she does not care for. I think that's all I know about it. I'm not sure if Reese is the father of the child and he just wasn't in his life. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. So we went with that one for the cowboy romance prom. Next one, we picked bookmark picks, and I think this was my favorite way to pick what book, but we ended up picking the raspberry bookmark, and it matched so well with the X-Files by Jessica Joyce. This is about Georgia and Eli, and they both are trying to just work together after breaking up because it's their best friend's wedding, and they're like, let's just put our differences aside, we're gonna work together and make this wedding great. And so it's definitely a second chance romance. I love that trope, so I'm super excited to read this. For the last book, it is Possible 5 Stars, and we're gonna go with Reckless by Lauren Roberts. That one just follows Kai and Peyton, and honestly you have to read the first one to read the second one, of course, because it is a fantasy, so I don't really want to spoil it, but let's just say I'm super excited to see what goes down. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed me picking different prompts to figure out what I'm going to be reading for the month of November. I'm so excited to read these books and do vlogs on them. I'll see you guys for the next one.